Welcome back, Sagittarius, and today's reading is basically going to be what's your greatest fear and how to kind of overcome it. So let's begin. So the first card is going to be what describes your greatest fear. Okay, so here we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And basically this is saying that your greatest fear here is being in a position of unequal power or dependence, especially when it's coming to giving and receiving. So you might fear that you're being taken advantage of, or maybe that you need help and not, receiving it in return. So Sagittarius really thrives on autonomy here. It's like on the fairness and, the balance, okay? And this card reverse is suggesting that the fear of imbalance, being too dependent or even too relied upon, is really uncomfortable for you. So why is this your greatest fear? So here we have the Seven of Pentacles, and basically this is your fear, Sagittarius, because you really invest deeply into the people in your life, your work, your ideas, and you really expect for a meaningful return, okay? So you really fear that putting your energy, time, or love into something that doesn't really pay off in the end. So the Seven of Pentacles really speaks about patience and growth. But for you, this slow process may bring anxiety about whether your effort is going to be wasted. So you might fear of watching your investment not really bloom in the way that you've hoped. So Sagittarius, how is this holding you back? Here we have the Nine of Pentacles. So basically, this fear is really keeping you isolated, okay? And it's really keeping you kind of self-reliant, even if you don't want to be. So the Nine of Pentacles is really about independence and self-sufficiency. But in this context, it's really suggesting that you're avoiding deeper connections or collaboration because you really don't want to be disappointed or dependent. So you might convince yourself, Sagittarius, that you're better off alone. And this may be actually limiting your emotional growth or deeper abundance instead of helping you in the end. So what do you need to learn about this fear? So here we have the Knight of Wands, and basically, Sagittarius, you really need to remember here that being passionate and the momentum are really part of your nature, and that the fear of unequal exchange shouldn't stop you from leaping into life. The Knight of Wands is really saying, go after what lights you up, what gives you that fire and that spark. And even you should do that even if the outcome isn't guaranteed. So it's okay to know that every path is not going to lead to a perfect balance. And that doesn't mean it's going to be worth it, in the end. Sometimes it's just the experience that makes it worth it. So let your curiosity in the fire lead rather than your fear of imbalance, okay? And our last card is going to be, how do you face this fear? Okay, so here we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So for you to face this fear, Sagittarius, you really need to free yourself from limiting beliefs and mental traps, okay? The Eight of Swords in reverse is a really powerful reminder that you're really not as stuck or as restricted as you really think that you are, okay? Much of this fear is really in your mind, okay? So this is either your past disappointments or the need to protect yourself from future imbalance. So it's really time to release the guilt or overanalyzing here. And you don't have to control every outcome to be free. Okay, Sagittarius. So quick summary for this reading is really your greatest fear is being in an unequal relationship or situation where your efforts really aren't matched or your freedom is compromised. So this stems from the desire for fairness and meaningful return on your investment. But this fear may be causing you to become too self-sufficient, keeping people and opportunities at a safe distance. So to overcome this, trust your natural spark, take some bold steps forward and let go of mental blocks, and know that you can handle what comes, even if it's not perfectly balanced. All right, Sagittarius, I really hope that this helps you. And if this doesn't resonate with you at all, don't take that personally. This is a general reading. And if you would like a reading that's just for you, definitely let me know, and we can make that happen for you. That way you can get a little bit more clear, concise reading on what your fear is and how to move on from that. As always, best of luck until next time.